Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. So, you like a Bulgari Octo line of watches, but don't like the price tag associated with them. Fear not, as there is an alternative at less than 1/10 of the price. So welcome to the Nove Rocketeer, a Swiss-made lump of steel that clearly draws its inspiration from the much more expensive Bulgari, but still retains some originality. The large case that measures 45.7 mm in width and 50.7 mm lug to lug is on the brink of being too large for my 6.7-inch wrist. But weirdly, it sits comfortably thanks to the incredible thickness of just 8.8 mm. The reason behind this incredible lack of thickness is the movement used. Unlike the Bulgari, this comes with a quartz movement. But not just any run-of-the-mill quartz. This is powered by a Ronda 1026 SlimTech movement, a jeweled, ultra-thin movement with an impressive 6-year battery life. The incredibly long battery life is a result of the missing seconds hand, as that makes the watch engage the motor and move the hands once every 10 seconds, so 6 times a minute rather than the usual 60. Despite the watch being quartz, and despite the incredibly thin case, somehow it manages to weigh in at more than 170 grams. This weight gives the watch a feeling of solidity, and I must say it is very solidly built. A sapphire crystal protects the face. A massive solid link bracelet with a machined butterfly clasp and beautifully integrated logo keeps the watch safely on your wrist and gives the heavy case a nice balance. And a screw-in crown that results in 200 meters of water resistance completes the solidity picture of this thing. The matte black dial is stunning in person with a minimum of text and very minimalistic hour markers. Everything on the dial is applied, while the applied hour markers look like droplets of quicksilver. This creates a weird effect as they're incredibly reflective. In fact, I noticed I can see myself and the camera as I was shooting macro shots of the dial, so you can actually see me waving in one of the shots if you look closely. Although the marker's shape and finish makes them dressy, weirdly, it also helps with legibility. I was going to criticize Nove very harshly for putting lume on the hands and not on the markers, but after spending some time with the watch in the dark, I had to tone down on the criticism. Don't get me wrong, I still think that is a bad idea, but the spherical hour markers will stay visible in anything but pitch black, as they reflect even the tiniest amount of light coming from any angle. So they're not only pretty and unique, but actually much more functional than you first expect. The hands are polished and do feature lume that is pretty decent. The lume application and the finishing of the hands is also pretty good. In fact, the whole case is finished pretty good. The combination of brushed and polished sections is clearly separated, and the bezel is polished to perfection. When you flip the watch over, you're greeted with a nicely made solid caseback. This view also reveals the quick-release pins of the bracelet, making strap changes easy. To make sure they cover any and every occasion, Nove actually includes 2 additional straps, a gray leather and black silicone, with both featuring the same quick-release system. This means you can interchange between the 3 at your will and without any tools. That does raise the value of the package, but if I'm being completely honest, you don't want to take this watch off its bracelet. Even though I find the leather strap especially nice, this watch just belongs on this bracelet. The price of this thing with the included straps is $380, and Nove was kind enough to offer 20% discount for my viewers, bringing the price down to $304. For that price, you get a very interesting looking watch that is very solidly built and powered by a slightly upscale quartz movement. Although I personally would like to see this as a 40mm watch and find this too large for my taste, it is still staying with me. Why? Because my wife had one glance at the watch and decided she wants it at all cost. In fact, she's waiting impatiently for me to finish recording the review to put it on her wrist, as I asked her politely not to wear it and scratch it until I finish all the necessary recordings. Since her patience does have its limits, and I have been recording for a week now, I will be finishing this video, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.